There's no embargo section.
I wouldn't come back until he's left the room.
Any questions before we're on?
What you said Wales tend to perform better in the edge to your game. Did you have that today?
Yeah, we did. We said to Neil Jenkins before kickoffs, feels like a proper test match today, but in saying that, it's trying for us to get, from a coaching perspective, get things right as we're preparing. So last week, probably in the way we trained and even our preparations, quite calm from a coaching perspective, and allowing the players to take that responsibility and things. And we just probably weren't quite on edge last week. What we would normally be, say, in a Six Nations match, because they are friendly games, but players drove a lot this week, and you could tell from the way they trained, just in the change room beforehand, they were definitely on test match edge today. And I think if you look back, probably at last week, there's no doubt that England were on an edge because a lot of players were playing for World Cup places, weren't they, for Monday. So it just goes to show how important that mental stuff is. And we saw a game this morning with the All Blacks in Australia, so how easy you can turn around by making sure you're mentally right.
Warren, what did you make of Darby's performance? You named official man of the match, especially with Gareth Anthony's injury.
Yeah, I thought he played well. I thought I thought we were positive in the way that we wanted to play. We could have taken our 3 points and that we've gone for the corner and tried to keep England under some pressure. I felt there was one or two opportunities, and we'd said to the players and changed after, just we've got England in a little bit of trouble, and we just need to back ourselves to play and keep putting them under pressure, and we probably end up playing a bit of territory, putting the ball up in the air. So we need to have a look at a couple of those instances critically of ourselves. But it was a proper test match. It was tough, and considering losing Liam Williams just before kick-off, and ending up with Aaron Shingle in the second row and Elliot D on the back row. So I thought we showed some fantastic character and some big kahunas out there we had, and that's what these boys are about. They wear this jersey with pride. Teams are going to beat us. We're just such a small playing nation, but if they do beat us, they're going to have to play pretty well, because these boys are very proud Welshmen who are not going to roll over easy.
Well, number one for the first time, how much does that mean to you?
It's just a number, isn't it? It's kind of like there are people out there, they have stats and that sort of things. It's people are going to make a lot of it. It's not something that we're just probably looking and go, well, we were number one in the world at some stage, and that's a nice accolade to have, but it's all about the next few months and backing that up by performing well in the World Cup, and we have a couple of hard games against Ireland to go as well. So nice for a day, but it's not something that we will trump, in terms of skite from the rooftops about, so we got to keep things into perspective.
Can you just give an injury update? James Davis went off. We got an injury as well.
James Davis got a knock in the head, so a bit of concussion, so we need to assess him. Jake Ball and Aaron Wainwright were just two dead legs. Dan Bigger, he's fine. He's got a bit of he got a bit of a stinger on the shoulder and a bit of a tight groin, and Gareth Davies got just a bit of a knock on the hip as well. So nothing serious as far as I'm concerned at this stage, and all players will be medically assessed in the morning to see where they're at before we fly out.
Lee Williams, or just a caution?
He was a tight hamstring, and I just spoke to him just a couple of minutes before we came in from the warm-up, and just said, no, we're going to take you out. He was gutted, but I said, look, if this, spoke to him in the change rooms afterwards, if this was a semi-final World Cup or a final or the last game of the Six Nations, you'd probably strap it up and take the risk, but I said the last thing you want to do is pull your hamstring properly and then be out for the next 5 or 6 weeks. So I didn't realise I was pretty tough on Lee Halfpenny, because he'd done a really tough training session yesterday, and he had one this morning as well. So and then we threw him in there before kick-off. So he's absolutely shattered. So and he said to Alan one of them before he kicked that last kick, he said, "Oh, my legs are killing me." And Hellman didn't realise he'd been training this morning. So it's look, it's like I said, nice to get the win and make sure that part of this warm up period is there's some real positives, and thought we started well, defended well. To keep England trialists, I thought was a pretty good defensive effort too.
What did you make Aaron Wainwright in the first half?
He was good. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to make a 30-40 metre break, so I keep waiting for that to happen. I think he was outstanding last week. I thought defensively, the amount of rucks he hit, he's definitely going to be a player for the future. I thought Josh Navidi was really good today when he came on too. Aaron definitely is. He's had a couple of regular starts, and I think he'll get better and better in that. With those opportunities, there's no doubt he's impressed a lot of people in the squad with his physicality, how quickly he's learnt, and he's still learning. He'll continue to learn from every game, but he's definitely going to be a player for the future who should get a lot of caps for Wales.
Well, I'm throwing the half banging in such a late stage. What do you make of his performance? It was, like I said, first test since November last year.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed when he's knocked on. He's just missed that. I thought it was a really good performance. He kicked well. His positional play. One thing about Lee Harpenny is he's probably the best positional fullback in world rugby. He's put a couple of nice kicks up in there, and particularly the one he's regained himself. Really working hard on his counter-attacking game and trying to be much more offensive there. And he's just got that experience. So it was pleasing for him to come in and do that. And probably from an ironic point of view, just having him no preparation mentally, just all of a sudden you're thrown in, was probably a real positive. So because you can get a bit. You can get a bit weary in terms of if you haven't played for a while, and a bit anxious as well. So I thought he was good.
Lauren, you said earlier in the week that Wales played best when they're mentally on the edge. How pleased were you with that aspect of the game today?
Yeah, they turned up properly today in terms of. Well, we had to anyway, because you're playing England, so you've got to get yourself right. And we were disappointed with losing last week. We were really disappointed the first 20 minutes. You take the first 20 minutes out of it, and I think it's when we're down 14-0, it's 19-all on the scoreboard, and we have a lot more territory in possession, but we just had too many turnovers in that first 20. So, and today the boys knew how important, just psychologically knew how important. If we'd lost to England today, then that potentially has an impact if later on, if we're meeting them in the quarter-final of the World Cup. Be one hell of a battle if we do meet in the quarter-final of the World Cup. But mentally getting themselves on edge, and they prepared well, and I thought they did a good job.
The question for you, Ali Wynne, if I may. After the Six Nations, you said it created a target on your backs. I know you won't make a big deal of the #1 world ranking, but do you think that makes that target just a little bit bigger for the rest of the world?
I don't know. I mean, there'd be lots of journalists out there going, "This is a joke," and probably Kiwi journalists more than anything. So, so look, it's just a number. That's all it is at the moment, and we won't be making a big fuss of it. So we'll just keep it in our pocket and just go from week to week.
Warren, sorry for the question you asked. There was a bit of noise around Dan Biggar in the week, former Wales player. Was that typical of Biggar, the responsibility today?
What sort of noise? What do you mean?
I was suggesting that Wales won't win the World Cup if it's down at 10.
I don't know. He needed to play 10. He's been coming off the bench and been doing a great job, and we've had Anscombe. So I thought he was really good today. So I don't know about that former Welsh player. Was he really old? Played in the 70s probably. So did he play over 50 odd years ago? Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, that does explain a few things. So. Yeah.
Right, that's it everyone. Thank you.